Emmer for Speaker? He hasn't historically been your biggest fan, but he is the most likely candidate right now.
Well, I think he's my biggest fan now because he called me yesterday and he told me I'm your biggest fan. So I don't know about that. Well, we're looking at a lot of people, and I'm sort of trying to stay out of that as much as possible. But they'll get it straightened out. But no, I've always gotten along with him, and I get along with all of them, really. A lot of good people. You have a lot of great people.
Mr. President, how important is it to keep New Hampshire the first primary?
Say it, Brian.
How important is it to keep New Hampshire the first primary? I know you've said the Democrats don't want that.
No, they don't want that. Democrats do not want to keep New Hampshire in this position, and I did, and we did that together. I made that promise very early on, and I said, New Hampshire's staying where you are, and a lot of people want to replace New Hampshire, move it toward the back of the pack, and I said, that's not happening. There's an incredible history, there's an incredible feeling about New Hampshire in politics, right? And I think it's very important, and I said the same thing about Iowa. I think keeping the two of you, and then we go to South Carolina. Now, the Democrats changed that order, as you know, and I think it's not a good thing for them. I think it's not a very good thing at all. But I told New Hampshire, you're going to stay right where you are, and we came through with that promise, right?
Well, in that regard, Mr. President, you are making New Hampshire presidential primary history today because you are the first candidate who has served as president to actually come back to New Hampshire and file to run again.
Well, that's
and
an
I think
honor.
if you see your
picture right up there.
Oh, yeah.
He's up there from when you were here 8 years ago.
Yeah, I'm younger now, I think. Younger now. That's good.
Did you speak with Mr. Emmer? Did you speak with
I did. I spoke to Mr. Emmer. I spoke to a lot of congressmen that called me up, and they all called asking for support. And of course, I have to hold it for a while. I have a lot of friends that are looking at it right now. As you know, it's a big list. Jim is a fantastic guy, and who knows what happens there, but Jim is just Jim Jordan, fantastic person. And so we'll see what happens. You have a lot of people running. You have a lot of good talent, a lot of very good people
As you
running.
look back on this process, is it worthwhile what's happened in the House?
Well, it's a lot of tumult. There's no question about that, but we'll see what happens. We're going to see what happens.
What is your message to Republicans in the House right now? With your voters very well, and you know your voters well, and they are concerned when they look at what they see in the House, in the Hill, in the chaos. What is your message to Republicans?
Well, I think it's going to get solved, and when it does, it'll be a beautiful thing, and it'll teach a lot of people about democracy. That happened once before. It's very tough with the 4 votes, with a 4-vote spread, but something's going to happen. It'll be positive. It'll end up working well. I'm staying above it. I have to right now, but I've spoken to just about all the candidates. There are quite a few of them, and they're terrific people. That 4 threshold is very tough. It's a very tough thing, no matter who it is. I said there's only one person that can do it all the way. You know who that is? Jesus Christ. If Jesus came down and said, I want to be Speaker, he would do it. Other than that, I haven't seen anybody that can guarantee it. But at some point, I think we're going to have somebody pretty soon. Other than that, I haven't seen anybody that can guarantee it. But at some point, I think we're going to have somebody pretty soon.